Hey guys, Button 25 here. Playing Flight Simulator once again. Don't like the fact that we're all show antenna. Armament, we don't need anything. Don't need that either. But yes, I'm going to be doing our New Year's flight from here in Casement. Engines are I know. I'm starting them. Yeah, we're flying from Casement over to Knock. For our little New Year's jaunt, and I'm hoping even with not being able to see anything in the cockpit, that I will be able to manage. I'll bring up the map just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, well, one engine is online. Just waiting for the second one. Okay, the other engine is also coming online. Wonderful, well done. I think it should be off, so... Whoop. Okay, so it was just stuck. Well, that's fine, we'll just taxi down to the runway. We only have one engine fully running now, but that's fine. I'm hoping we can get in the air. Okay, watch out. Might just be stuck at that time then. That was just one of those weird things around Casement where the terrain is a bit buggy, so you kind of just have to whack it into full throttle. No, screw it. Oh, let's have some fun. Excessive taxi speed. Oh, I know. We're not aiming to taxi. Do you aim to stay on the taxiway, however? There we go. Let's just get this bird up and away. And adjust the trim and flap. Oh, not flap. Flaps. slow down a good bit there, but that's fine. We'll just climb on up. And if I pull up the electronic flight bag, heading... Yeah, it doesn't help that you can't really see anything, does it? Yeah, actually 295. Back with one throttle, I don't want to be speeding too much. I do want this up, however. Yeah. Turn the nose a bit more. Through. Yeah, 310. See how that looks. I was guessing around like a slight course correction. There we go. Now I actually have some light so we can see. But yeah, for those of you who are unaware, I actually have been hands-on with this aircraft given where I went to college. But yeah, this is the Fouga Magister, used by the Irish Air Force. This is one of the display team ones, I believe. Yeah, we're just flying along the outskirts of Dublin now, and heading up to Knock. I'm hoping we don't burn through all the fuel too quickly. Might be a little bit underfueled, but it'll be fine. If not, we'll make an emergency landing at an aerodrome. So actually, yeah, speed brakes work. There's something pretty about just flying over this, flying over the Irish countryside, even if this isn't really countryside, given you can just see the glow of Dublin over there. I'm sure one of these is the airport. It's the main Dublin airport around there, but I can't tell for sure. I'm not sure which. No. Yeah, that might not be simulation in this. Oh well, it's fine. Actual failure of load routes is what I don't want to. Okay, maybe turn a little bit south. Yeah, 305 now. Rules with these also don't work. Oh no, it does. Oh, there you go, fully loaded. Unfortunately. That's it, just so you can see the gun sticking out a little bit. The nose. Yeah. I don't think our one had it. I think these were just the ones we had were purely air show. I'm not sure though. watching has had a good at least past of the year, and I hope 2026 is even better. Now, where are we now? Okay, I'd say fuel will be enough. We've got 1/5 of it, no, maybe 1/3 of the way. Is that Mullingar? That's Mullingar. Just went through there by train recently enough. The video is definitely up on... Well, actually no, the video probably isn't up on my channel yet, but it will be at some stage, so keep an eye out for that. About to level out now. So there's a fine little push, I think. No, I thought maybe it'd climb a bit faster, that's fine. Now throttles back. Right, yeah, you can see we're just coming to land at runway 26 at knock. Cathedral of Christ the King, yeah, that's a big old church in Mullingar. I'm just messing around with these settings, but for now, let's have a clean aircraft. We're about halfway there now. So I'm going to guess we're probably at the very least getting close to midnight if you're watching this at the live debut, which to be honest I doubt you are, but if you are, well, fair play to you, and hope you have a good 2026. Got another fairly big city there. Basically dead ahead of us. This be then? 'Cause that's definitely a railway line. Is that Roscommon? Might be Roscommon there. If I can see. And it, yeah, it's still under construction, I think, in this satellite images, but it's now very much open. People have travelled along it. Up to Sligo. Those actually shouldn't be a good time. So it is 1 minute past midnight on January 1st, and hopefully this all lines up pretty well with reality at this point. When I'm obviously filming this in advance, it will be somewhere in the middle of nowhere when this is going live. Just a very small turn. We're down to, or getting close to being down to half the fuel we started with. Of course, it's doing alright. Turn just a tiny bit more left to keep us on track. Yeah, 295's on there. Sometimes Kerry. Or not Kerry. There are a bunch of hills around Knoxon. Actually, is that it there? Really tricky to gauge by here. I feel like the mountain was there. At those ones there, so that looks like a decently sized airfield, so just drops down to 10,000 first. Slow down too much. Next one, what's that? It could very well be that. Looks to be like a big lake. And just that. To be fair, the other thing is there's no lake between us and the airfield, so it's. Well, now I'm sure that that's knock. Which. Turning a bit away till I just get lined up and also I'm just gonna. Drops down to 3,000. There we go. Knock is also known as Ireland West Airport. Okay. Yeah, it's an airport I've driven close to, but I haven't actually been here or flown out of here. Because it's basically what it is. So the country, and it's quite a lengthy drive away compared to a lot of other places like, say, Shannon or Dublin. So I might do. Let's cut the autopilot. Let's push the nose down a bit so we descend a bit steeper. Not too worried about performance. I mean, this is a plane used for aerobatics, so she's fairly nimble. So we should be able to get onto the glide slope now. Probably the issue might be that the plane's too tricky, because like if I wanted to, I could just push the throttle forward. This would be why not. I mean, we're doing this anyway. Build up a bit of speed in the descent. Start pulling up. Okay, we're pulling a lot of G's and getting a fairly high angle attack. But I think I've made my point. Again, we just did a very casual loop-to-loop. Okay, let's slow down a bit more. Not up too much. I want to start putting the flaps out a little. So you're about 7 miles out now. To be fair, we're decently light. So, full flaps, drop gear, power up. Okay, give us a bit more throttle just to just going. Making sure to keep her steady. Some minor adjustments to the trim. So we are below glide slope now. A little bit more power. A lot more even. Okay, now we've got probably the right glide rate, but not necessarily at the right point. We're still below glide. To retract flaps, I know how to retract flaps, but currently, not just after takeoff, or just before landing. It is weird to be in a jet. Well, basically, it's supposed to be flying at 90 knots. And still be pretty much fully controllable, like. And being careful when watching the angle of attack, just because I don't want to end up accidentally pushing this thing into a stall. Now we can drop the nose. And pull the throttle back a little bit. Very cautious, very careful. Yeah, this is Connacht Airport. I haven't heard it be called that myself. Yeah, no, I think I might have driven along that road there just in front of the runway, but I've not actually been to the airport or seen any aircraft around. It is quite impressive to see all these massive, tall, towering approach lights from the car when you're just driving by. Throttles back again. Slow us down a bit more before we touch the ground. Doesn't matter too much for a little longer, so I want to absolutely plant the plane into the deck. Yes, yeah, it's little tiny spoilers, right? Bumps up spoilers in. Yeah, there's no reason to taxiway, but it'll get us to the airport. And who knows, it might be a general aviation taxiway. So yeah, here we are. Well, I hope you enjoyed the flight, and if you had a good, hope last year was a good one, and hope this year will be even better. See you guys next year.